my name is Lizzie, and this is Liz's Literary Life, and today we are doing my August Jigsaw TBR. So a couple things. First of all, this is my new filming spot. I think this is the first time you're seeing it. I don't think it's not the first time I've filmed here, but I think you haven't seen that video yet. So here we are. Do you like it? Let me know. This is my genre blanket for 2023. The other thing is that I usually, when I intro these videos, I have all my supplies and I show them to you, but they're all upstairs where I filmed, because I already have filmed the whole puzzle part, because someone was doing work on our balcony earlier this morning, and I was like, anyway, I already filmed that part, so I don't have the stuff to show you, but this is my monthly TBR game. It is back, where I do a jigsaw puzzle, and it gives me prompts that tell me what books I'm going to read in the month that's coming, which in this instance is August. The way it works is that I roll a die. Well, first I do the edge of the puzzle, then I roll a die, and whatever number is on the die times 10 plus 20 is the number of minutes I get to do the inside of the puzzle. There are prompts on the board. You'll see there are little circles that are on the board that I do the puzzle on top of. Whatever prompts are not covered by puzzle pieces, by the time the timer goes off, I have to fill with books. I'm really excited for August. I didn't really have... At least I didn't think. I probably actually didn't really check what books I already had planned. I just kind of picked new ones, so it's fine. It's fine. Let's do our dice roll, or play the clip from the dice roll that I did earlier. So we rolled a 4, which means we are doing 4 times 10 is 40 plus 20 is 60 minutes, 1 hour of puzzling. And I guess we're just going to get into it. Okay, while I was going, I really felt like I was doing a terrible job, but it's not that bad. Actually, this is pretty good. There's a lot that are partially covered. I'm just gonna count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6, because this could be over here. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 maybe? 7. I'm gonna do that one too. Okay. We have a 4+ word title. So, for 4+ word title, I am going to be reading Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow by Gabrielle Zevin, which is actually right here on my TBR cart that's not organized yet. Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow. Got it from Half Price Books. Check out my book haul. This is a literary contemporary about video game design and the relationship between two friends, and I think it spans a large time frame, which I always like in a book, and it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 words in the title. 7 if you count a novel, but you probably don't. Either way, it's 4+, so this is what I'm reading for 4+ word title. A contemporary. For contemporary, I'm reading Wish You Were Here by Jodi Picoult, which is right here. And this is actually kind of a weird one because my friend was visiting me in the beginning of June, and she was reading this book, and then she accidentally left it here. And so she's like been on this trip, like doing stuff up in Maine, and she's coming back through to visit me in a couple weeks. And I told her that I would read this book and tell her how it was, because she was only this far in. So I'm going to read this book. I don't know if it would be something I would pick up otherwise. I don't love the other stuff by Jodi Picoult I've read, but, you know, definitely worth giving a try. I think it's about COVID. Like, I think it's about, like, working, like, quarantine and the pandemic and how that affects these people in their relationships. So, should be interesting. Phone a friend. For phone a friend, I put in my group chat, someone pick a book for me right now. And the first person to respond, I'll put it on the screen, was Martine from Just Martine. And she said, Kingdom Keepers #2. Because Kingdom Keepers is Martine's childhood favorite book series. And they convinced me, or like I said that they didn't really convince me. I said I wanted to read the first Kingdom Keepers book a few months ago, and I enjoyed it. Well, it, you know, fine. But I was excited to continue with the series, and so now I have that, I don't know, little push to continue the series. So I've gotten that one. It's on hold at my library for a physical copy. So I will grab that and read it. This is book middle grade series set in Disney World. Goodreads scroll. For Goodreads scroll, I'm going to put the little screen recording I did up here. It's kind of a mess because first, I kept seeing books that, like, I knew weren't going to be available in my library, like Page Boy by Elliot Page, which I do really want to read, but it, like, definitely wouldn't be available. And there were a couple others that I, like, checked to see if they were available. Anyway, I ended up with One True Loves by Taylor Jenkins Reid, which I borrowed on ebook from my library. I have not read any of Taylor Jenkins Reid's, like, backlist pre-Seven Husbands and Daisy Jones, like her contemporary romances. And I definitely am interested in reading them. So I'm going to start with this one. I don't remember which one this is. This might be the one where the guy dies in a car accident. I don't know. I know the plots of some of her backlist books, but I don't remember which one's which. So I don't know. It's a Taylor Jenkins read. It's probably going to be an easy, fun read. So I'll be reading that. A South Asian author. For South Asian author, I wanted a South Asian inspired fantasy. And I went with Empire of Sand by Tasha Suri, which is the start of an Indian inspired epic adult fantasy series, which is like exactly what I wanted. So I will be starting that. I have the audiobook borrowed from my library. I think it's not actually that long for like a fantasy. So I'm looking forward to reading that. I really know nothing about it except that it's like Indian inspired. So that's all I got. A Black author. For Black author, I'm going with Amari and the Night Brothers. It's here. I'll grab it after I tell you. Amari and the Night Brothers by B.B. Alston, which is right here. This book I actually borrowed from the school that I work at because the school has a ton of copies because the students read it at some point, and there was one just like hanging out in my classroom that I found when I was cleaning, and so I decided to take it home and read it, and then I will return it to my classroom library after I am done. But I've been wanting, this is a middle grade fantasy with like trials and like magic, and I don't know. Everyone loves this series, so I'm really excited. I did one of my students last year kind of spoiled a little bit for me. I had mentioned that I wanted to read it, and they were all, because they had all read it the previous year, and they were talking about it, and they were like, I didn't like this. I say everyone loves it. That is not including the 8th graders at the school I work at. A lot of them did not like it, but they spoiled one part for me. But I still am gonna really enjoy this, I think. So I'm very excited to read this. And a memoir. And finally, for memoir, I'm going to read Don't Think, Dear by Alice Robb. The subtitle, it'll be on the screen, but it's something like On Loving and Losing Ballet or something. It's a ballet memoir from a NYCB dancer, School of American Ballet trained. And I just have been... I had that book on my radar, and after reading, spoilers for my wrap-up, which is coming soon, but after reading another book about ballet that I loved, I wanted to, and also I'm going to maybe try to get into some ballet classes again in August. I danced for many years, ballet and other styles, and so it has a special place in my heart, and I am very interested in reading this memoir. And I got the audiobook from my library, which is narrated by the author. So that's my TBR. These are the physical ones that I have with me. Maybe I'll do a little thumbnail. So my TBR in total, my little sticky note, is 2,518 pages, which comes out to an average of 81.2 pages per day. I forgot to talk at the beginning about readathons. I'm doing one readathon in the month of August, and that is the Heartstopper Readathon Round 2, hosted by Martine from Just Martine. I helped make the spreadsheet for it, and so I'm really excited and really invested. The thing about this readathon, though, is that you just read, it's team-based, it's competitive, but you just read whatever you're reading anyway and submit it, because there are certain goals each week for points, and you don't know what those goals are. So you don't really know what you're working towards. You're just reading and having fun and building community, and then at the end there's stats and someone wins. So that's really cool and fun, and I'm really excited to be reading for that. And I also, August is Magical Readathon time, and I'm behind on the Magical Readathon. I haven't participated the last couple rounds, but I've been watching some TBRs and I'm really inspired, and I think I'm going to try to do a little catch-up situation. So you might see a video in a couple weeks of me planning a Magical Readathon cram session to catch up on the semesters that I missed. So I don't know if there's anything else I need to say. My friends and I are also doing a 75 hard reading challenge in August, which I'm really, really excited about, and that's just going to have me reading at least an hour a day, which I'm excited for. I think it's going to have me reading some more audiobooks, which is going to be exciting, because I have to do 30 minutes of listening to an audiobook and working on my genre blanket or doing another craft, and 30 minutes of reading with my eyeballs every day, and then 30 minutes of movement. That's the challenge, or that's the way I'm doing the challenge. Different people have different categories of things that they have to do, but I'm doing that, starting that in August, so that's exciting. And yeah, thanks for watching. Comment, subscribe, comment if you have read any of these books or want to read any of these books or have any opinions, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.